So today we are going to pay our annual taxes online using IRS Direct Pay. So this is what it looks like if you're Googling it. You click on that first link, and then we're going to choose Direct Pay with bank account. We're paying our individual tax, and then we'll click Make a Payment. So for the reason for the payment, it's going to be balance due. And then apply the payment to Income Tax Form 1040. And then be sure that you're selecting the correct tax year for the payment. That's a pretty common issue. And then confirm the tax year on there. Now it's going to verify your identity using a previous year's tax return. This is where people tend to struggle, so make sure that you're choosing the tax year for verification and choosing the correct filing status from that return, and then entering in all of this information exactly as it appears on that year's tax return. So if you changed your last name since then, use the last name that was on that 2023 tax year return if you're using 2023 for verification. The Social Security and date of birth should be the same regardless. But the address, this is one where people tend to struggle. It's not your current address necessarily. It is the address that's printed on that tax return that you're using for verification. So if you've moved since you filed that return, make sure that you're copying the address exactly from that tax return. And the next screen here is going to show you what it looks like if you enter in this information incorrectly, which obviously is happening to us because we're typing in random info here. I also recommend reading the Privacy Act before you select it. Obviously, we're not going to today. So this is the error message that happens if you typed in something incorrectly. So you would want to make sure that everything you typed in matches the tax year for verification, which we're going to skip ahead, trying a different tax year. Awesome, so we made it to the payment screen. So now you're going to type in the payment amount here and confirm that below as well. And then you'll use the calendar feature to choose the date you want the payment to come out to. It'll default to today's date. Then you'll put in your routing number. And if we were putting in a real routing number, it would tell us what bank we have. That's how you know that you entered it in correctly. Then you'll put in the account number and confirm it below. And then you're going to choose the type of account, whether it's a checking or a savings. I highly recommend opting into the email confirmation, so it'll send you a confirmation that this payment was made and received. And then read this statement and agree to it. And then this is going to serve as your electronic signature. So it'll be your first, last name, and your social. I recommend reading the debit authorization agreement, but basically it's just authorizing the IRS to take this payment that you are offering to them for your taxes. And then you'll hit submit. And here's your confirmation screen. So I recommend printing this for your records as well.